Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 8 of the Solar Fox. I have the glass down here. Now, what I did was I sprayed triple thick on it first. Somebody had recommended that I spray that on the glass before I start touching up the paint, because if I don't like the way somehow some of the paint is going, I could wipe it off. And I was also thinking that if you spray it beforehand, maybe it would take the paint better than trying to put the acrylic paint right on the bare glass. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't know that you should put the triple thick on first and then do your touch up. So we'll see how that works out. Before I start that, show you the other two things I got in the mail the other day. I was showing you some of the stuff that I had gotten on the last video. This is the free play part, little circuit board chip here. This came from Adam from One Circuit or something like that, I think it was. But this is it right here. I got to look up how to wire it. I think it takes 5 volts and ground, but I'm not positive. I think so. I think it's like 5 volts and ground. If I were to guess, would be maybe those two, and then there's 3 left over here, which would be like player 1, player 2, and ground. But don't quote me on that. I don't know yet. I have to go on the website and look it up. But on the little circuit board here, it says coin up -2 up. So I'm guessing that means 2 player. So that's got to get installed once I figure it out. What I think you probably have to do is, I don't know. I'm not even going to say because I really, truly don't know. So we'll just put that off to the side. And then the other thing that came the other day, which I think was yesterday, I got the bezel for the Paperboy. I ended up getting a bezel from Phoenix Arcade. I got the one that has the artwork on it. I kind of just like that one better. Try to open this here without destroying it. It's a 2-piece bezel. You have to tape it together. So this is what it looks like here. So it's a 2-piece bezel. It kind of goes together like on a centipede or something like that, how they do that. Has this double-sided tape. And this piece goes down here, and then it conforms to the monitor. So I don't know. I just thought that was cooler looking than the original, just black that it had. I think I'm going to do that style side art as well, just to, I don't know, rather than the original stuff on that one. I'm not too worried about it. So, okay, let's look at this glass here. Let me see if I can look in the camera here and see if we can see through this. Okay, see all that? Doesn't look too good. So the first thing I was thinking I'm gonna do is, this is a pretty dark blue. So I think what I wanna do is, it's kind of like blue and black speckled. So I was wondering if I took dark blue, see if I can find some dark blue. Should probably get something to put this on a plate or something. I'll have to see if I have anything down here. If not, I'll have to go get something up there. So what I'm doing is I'm looking through all this acrylic paint here, see if I have the dark blue in here. Hopefully there's a dark blue in here. I don't know that there is. Here's one. Navy blue. This looks pretty dark. Yeah, I think that's gonna work good. So I need the navy blue, and I need some black. Now that I might not have in here, but we could probably use one of these paint markers for the black. I don't think there's a tube of black in here. Here's another navy blue, same color. Let's just start with the blue, because I think the blue needs to go on before the black, because if I get any black paint on the blue, it should be all right. If I do the black first and I put blue, actually I can just put the paint right on this paper. If I do the black first and then the blue, I probably won't be able to, the blue won't show through the black, if that makes sense. So let me see what's going on here. You can see how bad it is. It's pretty darn bad. Okay, so I know that from like here over is kind of just like blue and black. I don't even know if it's really going to matter. But we'll just see. What I'm doing is just randomly putting blue dots. And then, once this dries, I'll go over it with black. And we'll just see if that does anything. Go a little bit more generous with it. Now, down here, I think most of this gets covered. That's actually might work. Yeah, I think that might actually work. I'll have to get a light or something and try to show you guys. But I'm just randomly putting blue dots. No rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of like splattering it around. It's kind of late. It's Sunday night around 10 o'clock. I wanted to do this video earlier, but I was busy working on the Plymouth Scamp. So if you guys would like to see the Plymouth Scamp, I put the rear matte black bumblebee stripe on the Plymouth Scamp tonight. And that's on the other channel. So basically, what's going on with these two YouTube channels is this channel is going to be arcade related only. The other channel is going to be everything else I do. I wanted to share my arcade videos on this channel and my other channel, but I cannot do that. I didn't realize it. YouTube will do a copyright on the videos, and then I'll get a copyright strike if I take a video that I post on this page and put it onto the other page. So what I'm going to do is just, this channel is going to be arcade related only. The other channel is going to be my remodeling that I do, my car restoration, our Christmas lights I'm going to do on there. I think that'll probably be it. Like when I do the remodeling for the basement, the arcade, I'm going to have it on that page. So if you guys want to see that, you'll have to go onto that page to see it. I'm going to try to keep them separate. I just think it's going to work out better for me. And to be honest with you, so far, I think it is, because I didn't really know what to do with the channel that I currently have right now, Troy's Restoration, because I'm so busy with other things right now that I was afraid that if I started posting a lot of other stuff on here, rather than arcade related, I was doing some car stuff on here for a while, but I always thought that if I did too much other stuff on here, that I would kind of clutter the channel up with other stuff and people would not want to watch it, you know what I mean? So some people said, hey, you probably shouldn't do 2 YouTube channels. It's going to get real confusing and it's going to be difficult and stuff, but I honestly think it might be easier for me, because now I can just separate everything. And I'm not going to be doing any of those where you become a member of my channel, or any of those super fan things where you can send me money. All that stuff is turned off. I don't plan on doing that. I don't feel that I really have anything extra to offer, to warrant somebody wanting a membership to my channel and paying $2 a month. So there's really no reason for me to do that. And B, I really don't want people to send me money. I'm doing this to try to help people with their projects, you know what I mean? And I would rather people take their money and donate it to something else, or, you know, use it for their project rather than giving it to me, because I'm not here for that. I'm here to hopefully help people with things that maybe they don't know how to do, you know? Okay, so I have the blue on. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Then I'm going to come back once it sets up and go over it with the black. I'm going to have to probably bring the camera around this way. Let me just take it off the stand here for a second. Let me tilt this up and we'll see if you can see it. So if you look, you can see all my blue speckles. So once that blue dries, we can go over it with the black and we'll see what it looks like. So now I need to find a teal color that's going to match, or a powder blue color for the blue. Obviously those little black dots, I'm not going to be able to probably recreate that. So there's really only so much you can do. This over here shouldn't be too bad. I can just probably draw a black line in there. Let's try that real quick. That would be right here. Let's just try to make that a black line, and we'll see what it does. Let's flip it over and look at that. That helped. A little jagged looking, but hey, you know what? It's not too bad. So we have another one right here. It looks a little better. Better than it was. So I need to find a powder blue and a green color. Let's look for the green first, but first let's draw another black line. See this down here? Let's see if we can't draw a black line that goes right through here. Just like that. What I'm doing is I'm running my finger on the edge of the glass to run a straight line. See, now we put that line back in there. So now I need to draw a couple more lines. Looks like they go outwards. It's kind of really not easy to try to record this and do this. Definitely would be a little bit easier if I was just kind of doing it without that. I'm just trying to see what I need to do. And somebody got spray paint on the glass on the outside, which is fine. We'll clean that off with the razor blade and a lot of window cleaner. So basically this line right here needs to continue through like this. And then I believe what happens is this goes like that and that goes like that. You see how we kind of recreated that? I did it backwards. Whoopsie. So that's okay though, because supposedly I could just wipe this off. Okay, that wiped right off. So let me straighten out that line again. So I got to go to a point. Like that. Okay. So let me see if I can find a green. Obviously, I'm not going to record the whole entire thing. I'll have to turn it off and because I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, and plus it's gonna take a little bit of time. Green, looks like I have a Christmas green. I think that's too dark. I think the Christmas green's too dark. It's never even been opened. Maybe not. Let's try a little dab of it. See what it looks like. It's a little off. It needs to be a little bit more of like a lime green. I can always mix a couple colors if I need to. I found another green here. New Shamrock. This actually might be the color. It's never been opened either. That's okay, just use my teeth. Oh, and this is for Charlie if he's watching. I'm wearing your shirt for you. Let's see if this Shamrock green looks a little better. Yes, actually, I can tell that it does just by dropping it on the paper. So let's try to fill that green in. We'll see what it looks like on the front side. Oops. I think those things were shut. The stupid tape keeps sticking to the paper towel. A little bit dark. Yeah, I don't like that. So we got to go even lighter. So more of a mint green. I could probably accomplish that by some white, which I don't have any acrylic white paint. Let me get a paper towel. I think I got some back here. So I don't have any acrylic white. What else can I do to lighten up the green? Actually, I have a different green here, lime tree green. I have another green. This is Shamrock, same color as the other. I have another Christmas green. What if the Shamrock green? Maybe we could take the Shamrock green and the other green and mix the two. Oh, that's pretty lime color there. But you never know. That's the whole thing with this. You just got to keep playing with colors until you get it right. And to be honest with you, that might be it. That might be it after a couple of coats. So let me get a good coat on here. And to be honest, you know what else I could probably do is hit it with this lime green, and I might be able to put a darker green behind it. That might do something. Definitely the light colors don't tend to cover with one coat. And I'm hoping once this is in the cabinet, it'll be less noticeable because there's black behind it. So we'll let that sit for a little bit. I think our other two big scratches that come all the way into here, I think those are both powder blue. Let's look and see. How's this other blue doing? Other blue seems like it's almost dry. And this green's definitely have to get darkened a little bit. I wonder if I just put some darker over top of it. Kind of mix it up together. I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not. Does that look any better? Getting better. Not too concerned about that. I think I can get that. Since this blue is pretty much drying, let me show you one more time. Let me just put some black dots on this one. I'm going over top of the blue as well. Let's see what it does. It's actually working really, really well. I'll show you here in a second. And then I'll turn the camera off and I'll go over this. And then I'll come back and show you again. I'm gonna go grab a light. Maybe if I stick a light behind the glass, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So let me go grab that and I'll show you where I just touched up. Okay. I'm not gonna put it on the brightest setting because that's gonna be a little bit too much. Put it on the lowest. How do I wanna do this? Sorry if I'm blinding you guys. But that crack went right, oh boy. So that crack went right through here. And if you look, you could barely tell that I touched that up. So basically the blue, and then went over it with the black. I mean, that's not bad at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up with the black and blue, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. So keep this in mind. Look at the rest of this, how that's all screwed up like that, and how this edge is all missing. So let me go over it with the black, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, just so you know, try to keep my hand out of the light. I am going like this with the black. I'm dotting it. The reason why I'm dotting it is I'm afraid that if I just color it in like a coloring book, I'm going to smear the blue paint around. By dotting over it, it shouldn't disturb it nowhere near as bad. I have done minor touch-ups before on glass, but nothing to this extent. So definitely a learning experience. And you can still see through it a little bit. So what I might do is go back over it with blue again and hit it with blue to get any of the spots that are still visible. Now, if anybody knows, because this is the first time I've used triple thick, can I put another coat of triple thick on this tomorrow? Or will it react and wrinkle up on me? If anybody could tell me that, that would be great. Because I don't know if I want to seal this in or not, but look how much better it's getting. I mean, look at that. It's almost gone. But you see what I'm saying by these little spots I missed? I think I'm going to go over it with blue again to kind of give it some more blue contrast. But it's definitely getting there. It's just going to take some time. Oh boy, almost dropped it. That would have been the end of that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this, and then I'm going to go over this with some blue as well. I'm just basically hitting any nick I see, even though I don't want to get into the green or the blue area, but even though that once it's in the cabinet, you're probably not going to see a lot of this. Just figured I'd get it anyways. So I'm going to go over it with some blue, and then I'll come back. Okay. How's that look? I'm real happy with that. Sorry, I got a paintbrush in my mouth. There are some little white speckles, but I believe those are supposed to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side now. And, all right, now I can talk normal. So I'm going to go ahead and put black on this side and then go over it again with blue. What I did was I just coated over blue, completely over the black. And that kind of filled in a bunch of it. So let me go finish that over here. Now we just got to fix up some of the lime green and the powder blue, and hopefully we'll have this figured out. Okay, I've got all that area cleaned up. Looks a million times better. I'm going to rotate this around because I keep sticking my hand in the wet paint. and I'm going to work on those little bits at the top. Now the edge here, you can see a dirt line right here. There's a plastic piece of, there's a plastic U-channel that goes over it, and it comes out to here. So anything right along the edge that's nicked up, you'll never see it because it'll be covered by the piece of U plastic. So let me spin this around and we'll work on the green and the blue. Okay, this green's not looking too bad. I'm gonna go over it again with a little bit darker green and see what we come up with. Still a little too light. So if I don't like it, I'll wipe it off and redo it. Keep in mind, don't worry about that black paint that's on the outside. Now, painting this is kind of like painting an RC car body. When, sorry about that. When you have a clear body and you want to paint it like custom colors, you have to paint in reverse. You know what I mean? You have to start with your light colors and work your way dark. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I almost wonder if I took a little black paint, once that green dries and went over it with some black, would that darken it? I'm not sure. So let me see if I can find a powder blue for these powder blue areas, but it's looking a lot better. I mean, yeah, we still got some work to do, but these two sides are looking pretty darn good. Way better than it was. So let me see if I can find some powder blue. Okay, this powder blue is a little light. That is called cloudness. So I took some Laguna right here, and we're going to try to make this a little bit darker blue. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put the dots back in that before I put the blue on. So I think I'm going to do the dots before the blue, but I want to check this color here, see what that looks like. Pretty close. Might dry almost right on. It's a hair light right now. So I'm gonna wipe that off and try to make some dots, which I don't know if I'm able to do that. And then we'll see what I can do. Yeah, that doesn't look the greatest there, but it is what it is. I can't make dots that small unless I find a real fine marker. Now, if you look along this edge here, all the way around, how nice and straight that is now. What I did was I ran my paint marker right along the edge of the tape, all the way around to kind of give that a nice straight line again. So I'm gonna keep touching up and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I got the green just about dead on. See that little spot right there in the center of that green square? Once there's black behind that, I think it'll be pretty good. And I touched up quite a bit of this here. I just kind of fudged this the best I could because it just was missing. So I think that's gonna be about it for this. Let it dry. I don't want to keep messing with it. I think I'm just gonna put some black over down in here because I'm pretty confident all that gets covered by the control panel, I believe. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue right there, and then I'll come back and just do a final view of it. Okay, I'm done. I just put some black at the bottom here, which looks fine. And like I said, I believe the bottom and then the top, you can see where the spray paint is that I clean off, that slides up into the cabinet. So you're not even gonna see that. And then both sides, a 1/4 inch piece of black U-channel goes over the two edges of the glass. So all in all, from where we started to where it is, and once it has some black behind it, I think it looks really good. I mean, really not much else I can do with it. Like I said, on these, I just kind of made points where it was completely missing. So I think that's just gonna let that dry. And like I said, if anybody can tell me if I can spray triple thick over this again tomorrow, or maybe I just sprayed over the acrylic areas, let me know. That would be good to know. I just don't want to go doing it and it wrinkle up on me or something, because that would suck. So, all right, guys, that's going to end part 8. didn't really do a ton on this, but we got this looking a lot better than it did. So I'm definitely happy with that. Next video, we'll definitely work on the circuit board. We'll make the upper circuit board mount. We'll get the lower one screwed into the cabinet. Then I want to work on clear coating that cabinet, those sides and that front of that cabinet. Then once that's dry, we can put the T-molding on, the marquee light and stuff like that, because I figured might as well just leave that out until the clear coat's on. I definitely don't want to put the T-molding on before the clear coat. So all right guys, that's going to end part 8, and once again this channel is going to be only arcade related from now on, and the other channel is going to be my everything else that I do. So if you guys are interested in seeing everything else I do, consider subscribing and liking. That would be awesome. And if you like what you're seeing on this channel, please like and subscribe. And other than that, I will see you guys later.